Wanna know how I got these scars? Well, I'm the Joker, baby!
We live in a society. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Real Good Stuff, podcast where we review movies. My name's Eric.
Hey, I'm Keaton.
No. This
Keep
no, don't keep that shit. No.
You know, I used to think my life was a tragedy.
It's not.
But now it's a comedy.
It's a fucking horror film.
It's not what he said. No.
Fucking
all right, here's the show where we review movies.
No,
we already started. It's okay.
No,
Don't
stop. Hold up.
First things first.
No, hold up.
Okay.
We live in a society. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Real Good Stuff. I'm one of your co-hosts, Air. Go by Eric. Wait, no, vice versa. Whatever. And I'm joined with my friend Keaton from The Buzz.
Yeah,
I think.
Me. Yeah.
And today we're going to be talking about the newly released, highly anticipated Joker
standalone
movie. So,
it's pretty good.
General thoughts?
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Watching the trailers right now, they show way too much in the trailers.
Yeah, they do.
That's kind of a side note. It's generally pretty good though.
I'll be honest, this is a little too early. It's a little earlier than we normally do our reviews, so I haven't been able to kind of...
It's a day after. It hasn't marinated as much, but...
Yeah. Initial thoughts, I want to see it again. I liked it a lot. In general, one thing in specific, I noticed this, just the whole aesthetic of it. You know, the vibes of Gotham City in the 1980s. It's a very different movie, and I think it's a very different setting than what we've seen in recent iterations of, you know, Batman lore. And at first, it's funny, when this movie was first announced, I was totally against it because I just thought it's WB just throwing shit at the wall and not knowing what to make, basically. You know. Because at the time that this was announced, they had announced, I think in total, probably 15 properties. I think maybe 2 of them have been are actually in production, which is this and Birds of Prey.
They also wanted to make this and another Joker movie, but with Jared Leto.
Yeah, they wanted to have this standalone movie with, you know, Joaquin Phoenix, and then another one with Jared Leto. I think, as far as I know, the Jared Leto one's been scrapped because
good.
Yeah, nobody wanted it. Oh, not only that, there was also going to be a Joker versus Harley Quinn movie. I remember
that's too many. People take such loose concepts and just feel like, hey, let's make an entire movie. It's like, why?
That's why
waste my time?
No, and honestly, that's why whenever, you know, this one was announced, I was like, no, this is gonna be just shitty. Like, you know, and also because one of the big things, it's, you know, you're having the Joker origin without Batman, which, you know, in basic comic lore,
or is it ? We'll talk about that.
Yeah, and so, you know, like having an origin story, because basically, the Joker, you can't have the Joker without Batman, you know, and vice versa. But I think this film did a very good job of like just doing a standalone origin that doesn't heavily tie into like general lore. Yeah, general lore. Yeah, like the, you know, comic accuracy. I think this is actually a perfect example of being comic accurate while at the same time taking liberties that still fall into place. Because like, here's the difference real quick between like this Joker and Leto's Joker. Leto's Joker is an example of let's do something different and new, but it's just straight up.
Let's be very blatant about everything. No subtlety whatsoever. Yeah. Have ha 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 and a knife going through a bat symbol on his arm and damage on his forehead. This one's all about subtlety.
Yeah, well, not only subtlety, but it's the general rule of, you know, storytelling: show, don't tell. Yeah. You know, you get to see, like, he doesn't need to tell you he's crazy. You can just see it. Mm-hmm. You know, and I think honestly, it's a very good. With Gotham, like the aesthetic of it, it's not quite as dark as Tim Burton's, which I appreciate.
Really? You mean dark as in like lighting? But it's a pretty fucking dark movie.
No, I'm talking about like not in terms of like
cinematography.
No, yeah, like cinema, like the look of Gotham City. I think it's not quite as like gothic as Tim Burton's, which I like.
It's just New York, which is how Gotham pretty much always is. Gotham's always like New York or Chicago, like substituted or combined.
Yeah, and I just think, honestly, with that, another thing is just the way it was filmed. Like, the angles, the cinematography of it all. Like, honestly, and you could tell it's, you know, because Scorsese's a producer on this, right? I think he was at first. So. Maybe he eventually... Actually, no. I think it... Actually, this is how this movie got traction. I think it's actually Scorsese's cousin or something that worked on the movie. No. That he was a producer. Like Scorsese's cousin or something was a producer or some shit on the movie. But you can definitely see some of that influence, like, you know, some influence from Taxi Driver.
Well, yeah, they said they took influence from Scorsese movies, regardless of any influence, like, regardless of them actually working on it firsthand, they were inspired by that. And sort of the Killing Joke comic, but not really. Yeah. No, and overall, I mean, again, there's so many things that are just kind of fresh and different about this. Like, I also think, you know, I talked to you about this earlier, but the look especially... I think the look is a perfect example of like mixing comic accuracy, but also doing like something innovative with it, like reimagining how you said. Because the thing is, you know, typically the Joker, you know, and this isn't a spoiler, you know, his look, you know, that he has in the movie, it's like the tuxedo. It's more like a regular clown.
Yeah, and like it fits. It looks good.
I think it could go either way. Like, this could just be what the Joker looks like in this universe, or he eventually grows to be like the more fucking ridiculous Joker that would come around later on wherever Batman exists. Yeah, and so I can see it go either way.
And that being said, though, I think, well, okay, I mean, also we should talk about the acting.
Yeah, he's fucking great.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Goddamn great.
Yeah, like he's absolute, like, I think while I was watching the movie, I thought people are already going to start with the whole Oscar shit, you know, and I was like, does it really deserve it?
It won a film festival award, like for Best Picture or whatever, the Golden Lion.
Yeah, but no, and like I think if he got an Oscar for this, I would be like, yeah,
or at least a nomination.
Yeah, at least a nomination, you know, and also, just everybody all around, because even Robert De Niro, he was great as the talk show host.
And his like love interest in the movie,
ZZ Bats, I think is her name. ZZ Bates, something like that.
But she's a good actress, but like you feel like the stuff with her is pretty surface level. Yeah, which kind of comes into it later on, which I thought was kind of interesting.
So I had a complaint about that, and then once,
which is in the trailer, is it what I think it is?
I won't say. There's something happens later in the movie that kind of redacts that complaint I had. Okay. And we'll go a little bit more into it in spoilers. But she wasn't given that much to do. Mm-hmm. Even like she didn't have that much screen time. She is kind of just used as like a, you know, just romantic love interest. But I mean, at the same time, she's not like in the movie, I guess, enough to really like even like what else would she have done? I guess.
No, and what it ends up being in the movie is fucking great. And also, by the way, short trail into the controversy of this movie. He's not an incel. He does not go crazy because somebody breaks up with him or whatever or rejects him. That's
what a lot of people on Twitter were starting to say.
People literally just made it up.
Yeah, because look, here's the thing. I didn't see anything about this movie going in. I didn't study it. Like after even the second trailer, I was a little hesitant to watch it. And people were already like complaining, saying that, you know, this is kind of like it's going to send a bad message and it's only going to empower like, you know, incels and stuff, you know, because they assumed that was part of the movie. You know, he gets with her, she breaks up with him, and, you know, and that very well could be the case still. But, well, look, it's basically, I'm getting into this.
We'll get into it later.
Yeah. But they assume there's like the regular thing where, you know, girl breaks up with him and then he goes crazy.
Which is not what the story is about. No. It's entirely different. Yeah. And it's this character who's already mentally unstable slowly just loses anything that kind of dragged him down, in a sense, from being the Joker. Yeah. Which is kind of an interesting thing. Like you kind of get the sense, I don't know if it's too spoilery to say, but he basically has all these things dragging him down from being who he really is, which is the Joker.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I see what you mean. And honestly, that's a good way to look at it. Because honestly, I think
it's a better portrayal of that concept than like Batman has ever been. Like Batman is Batman, but he's Bruce Wayne during the daytime. Yeah. No, exactly. I know. Like the Joker has always been Joker, but he's Arthur Fleck.
I know exactly
what you mean. Yeah. Medicine and his family and his job like ties him down.
And just to finish with the acting part of it, I think also who played Thomas Wayne is one of the Alec.
I have no clue. I thought he was a little. I guess whenever I think of Thomas Wayne, I don't think of him, I guess. But like he was fine for what it was.
No, I thought it was pretty good. I thought I forgot his name. Who plays him? He's one of the Alec Baldwin.
Spoiler: Thomas Wayne is in the movie.
No, that's not a spoiler.
Yeah, he's in the trailer, which again, like the trailer ruins a lot of this movie.
Yeah,
should have said Joker cast.
Fuck is his name?
Or it said played by right there.
No, that was the Batman v Superman one.
All right, well he's looking it up. Which, you know, the better version of Thomas.
hey.
Scroll through. But yeah.
Brett, oh, never mind. Brett Cullen.
Okay, well, I feel like I've seen him before.
He was in Spider-Man. I know that.
Oh,
he must have been. Never mind.
No,
I guess he wasn't.
Apparently he's in Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah, that's where he was in. He was in the beginning. Yeah, I remember now. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, he's good. I liked. I honestly,
everyone's
I liked
good.
him.
It's a very limited cast, and he also has some clown friends and stuff like that. But everyone does a good job. I can't think of anybody who does a bad job because outside of the Joker, not many people are in his life too often. Now, of course, everyone shows up a few times, but it's not like this huge ensemble cast. It's a character piece.
No. Actually, you're right. No, it very much is, especially a character piece. Because, I mean, that's what most of the story revolves around. Like you were saying, just kind of like the downfall, like almost stripping apart, you know, all the things keeping him back from actually being who he is, which, like you said, the Joker. And although I will say this, this might be a hot take, I think he's a Joker. He's still not the definitive one.
I think he's pretty fucking great.
No, I didn't say he's not.
And really, watching these trailers now, I'm thinking back to all the fucking scenes from last night when I watched it. Mm-hmm. Like, you can see he's like more confident once he's in the Joker makeup. Like, he becomes... He's basically shed his skin.
I would have liked to see a little bit more of that, because you could still tell I still saw a little bit of nervousness in him. Even when he became still the Joker. And I thought that's what it was going to be. A thing where, like, once he fully transforms, it's like, oh, he's got his, like, that's him. You know, he doesn't need to feel, like, scared or anything like that. Or not scared, but nervous.
Look, I love the Joker in this movie. Like, I might go see it again. Like, I very rarely go see movies multiple times, but it's an art piece movie, so, like, it's not, like, a big blockbuster. So I don't know. Like, don't take your kids to this movie, by the way, but not for the reason you think. Because, like, everyone's like, oh my god, it's a violent movie. And it has bad messages. Like, well, not really, but, like, it's also, they're going to be bored of their fucking minds. Yeah.
You know, that too. Also, fuck them kids. Anyways.
I feel bad for any kid who had to watch this movie, because it's not what that's not what it's for. Everything.
I would have wanted my dad to take me to see this, though.
Really?
Yeah. I would have. Well, then again, I saw some fucked up shit as a kid.
It's a very dark Joker. The first Joker who swears.
This movie, we didn't even talk about that. It's rated R.
Yeah.
Hard R.
All the violence.
He even says the word in the movie. Spoiler alert. I'm just kidding.
Which word, Eric? Which word?
No, he doesn't.
It's really fucking dark. All the violence is like super gritty and realistic.
That's another thing that makes it fresh. Like, kind of new, kind of refreshing.
He's not a very gimmicky Joker, at least at this stage of his life, which is hard to say, like, because it could go either way.
It's an origin thing, too, so you really don't know. And then, not that you don't know.
Todd Phillips says he's open to another one.
Yeah.
Another Joker movie. Not that I want a Joker movie.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I don't think we need one.
No,
but if there was another one, I'd be like, okay, I'm down.
Would you rather... Okay, here's the thing. They're making the Matt Reeves Batman movie. They're like... Hey, Eric, if you say, hey, we can have Joaquin Phoenix for our Joker, or it's Jared Leto, which one do we get?
Well, if it's between them two, yeah, of course.
Okay, well, there you go.
But then,
you go.
No, that is... Okay. Look, let me press
earlier. He doesn't want this Joker to be canon, essentially.
No, I don't want... Look, here, okay. So, now we're going to cross into, I think, just a question of, like... ranking the Jokers and just, is he the best one? So I think, first of all, clearly clickbait title.
Top tier.
You can't compare them. Each one has been a different, like...
I feel like this one is more accurate than, like, Heath Ledger Joker, which is the one people always say is the best. I feel...
No.
It's hard to talk shit about that guy.
Look. No, okay. Take that, but that doesn't matter. Who gives a fuck? Exactly. He's dead. Why is it hard to talk?
I think he's one of the best Jokers.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't like the super campy Michael Keaton Joker or whatever.
That Jack Nicholson?
Jack Nicholson, whatever.
Okay.
I guess, was he Batman?
Yes.
Michael Keaton was Batman.
Yes.
I mixed him around. Anyway. It's been a long time
He's your
since I've seen any
dad.
cartoon. What? Shut. That's not how names work.
Look, man. I think no. Honestly, here's the thing. I'm not saying he's bad at all. Honestly, I think he's probably. I put him up there with Heath Ledger. You can't compare them. I don't think you can compare this one to any of them because he's been different.
I would love to see this Joker aged up, and
he's already
an adversary to Batman.
Okay. So look. I think
we're not going to agree on this.
For one, you can't compare them because they're different sides. This is like a standalone Joker origin where like it's more so focused on the mental health aspect of it, as to where the Heath Ledger's was chaotic, philosophy, kind of just the philosophy of chaos.
He kind of still grows into. In the end of to get into it a bit.
A little bit.
And there's a part that I really like, which is kind of like against all the things that like, oh, this movie's going to fire up incels and get people to shoot up schools and the theaters. We'll get into that in spoilers.
No, and, but, okay, so like, so look, if I had to rank them, I'd put him at the same level as Heath Ledger, honestly.
Okay. I'll take equal.
Yeah, because the thing is, they're two sides of the same coin and like, they're both great at what they did.
No, yeah, this
this.
I just can't believe that they did Jared Leto Joker and this within a few years of each other, and they had them both planned out.
Hey, look, Jared Leto, look, man.
We had that.
He's not even in the running.
Earlier, I spoke about that earlier. It's like the amount of phases that they had to go through for Jared Leto to be like, yeah, that's good. Let's go with that one. And also how many bad designs before that they had to be like, no, let's go with this one. The damage tattoo on the forehead.
Oh my god. Look, man.
God, it's like...
Look, he's not even in the running. Yeah. Normally, I feel bad, but also he's kind of a dick in real life, so fuck him.
Jared Leto?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
fuck that guy. The only thing with Joaquin Phoenix is he's not a franchise guy, so if they say no, he's not going to be the Joker, I completely understand why. But this is also the type of Joker that I can imagine using a fucking crowbar on the Robin. And just being the shit
Okay, you know what?
Really sadistic way.
Okay, you know what? Yeah, you're right.
Just saying.
Fuck.
Can I just convince you with that?
No, because here's the thing. Look, so just to give you guys some context, now we're switching over to something else. We're kind of jumping around here, but still, he's arguing if he would want him to be in the next Matt Reeves, the Batman movie with Robert Pattinson.
I don't want him to be in the first one. I want him to be in the second one.
Okay,
the first one's already going to have the Riddler and whoever, and that's going to be like, I hope it's a year one. I hope it's year one Batman. And it's just called Batman Year One. I would fucking love that. I want the second one to have the Joker and maybe other villains.
You want
this Joker, he gets out of the institution. He's been in and out of Arkham Asylum.
And he's old as fuck. He's going to be old. He's already in his 40s in this one. Bruce is in this movie, not a spoiler, he's in the trailer. He's like, I think, maybe 9? I
think it's usually 8 or 9.
Yeah, 8
maybe even 10 that he gets.
8 or 9. So, okay, he doesn't become Batman until, say, what? He's 25?
What if Wait, now that I think about it.
See, he would be 65.
Look.
Okay,
look. Think about it. Okay. What if Matt Reeves Matt Reeves Batman, Robert Pattinson, does not take place in like 2020 or whatever? If it's a period piece like of a Batman in the 90s or something like that.
How would it be in the 90s?
The early 2000s, whatever.
And they are...
whatever makes it make sense. Whatever makes it make sense that he would grow up. That would be...
No matter what, he's going to grow up. But okay,
yes, he's going to be slightly older, but it's
slightly.
not as old as he would be from the 80s to now.
Well, of course.
And also, if they want to be like, oh my god, this is Ben Affleck, but younger, which they probably won't do.
No, they're not. That's confirmed.
But
it's like...
I'd be down. I'd be down if it's just its own Batman cinematic universe taking place slightly earlier. They go almost in the X-Men sort of route where it's all like...
Look, if we're going to go do time periods, there's a reason no one's touched the 2000s. Because that was a... Okay, so imagine Robert Pattinson going around, swinging around, while you have all this like... music in the background. And people are wearing fucking those... What do you call them? Those pants at a...
look.
NSYNC is in the soundtrack, fucking performing at Madison Square Garden.
That's not what it has to be.
9/11 have it...
What?
Anyways. But yeah, I mean, no, look, I think he's just too old. Honestly, I think he's perfect.
I'll be fine either way, but like, if I could have any of them, I would love to see Joaquin Phoenix back.
Okay, you
to
know
play
what?
The Joker.
I would have been fine.
Because I want to see him have an antagonist and vice versa.
I would have been super down with this Joker with Ben Affleck's instead of Jared Leto.
Well, yeah. Well, I prefer this to be the Joker. You could say that about anything. It's like, well, could you have the Jared Leto Joker to fight Michael Keaton's Batman?
Okay,
Like, I prefer this one.
Okay, well, no. That's another thing. That's also, I mean, might be a discussion for another day, but I've always found it fascinating, like how so far with the casting, each sort of like a casting decision made within Batman lore has kind of fit in well. Like, for example...
Yeah, I was about to comment on that. Like, Michael Keaton's Batman, you could see, like, meshing with Jack Nicholson Joker. Like, they kind of match up.
But could you imagine him with, like, Heath Ledger?
Oh, like, no, because Heath Ledger is meant for the Dark Knight Batman.
Yeah.
But the one from the new DCEU where it's fucking Ben Affleck and Jared Leto, they don't even interact.
Yeah,
You cannot see them.
No, I mean...
You would never imagine them being adversaries.
No. Also that... No. Just based off looks alone, you'd imagine... Ben Affleck would have just killed him by now.
But so maybe this one does have the benefit of not having a Batman that it has to compare to. Because I feel like the pairing does affect that in some way.
No, it does. Because I've always just found it fascinating how, like, you know, each actor is paired so well with one another. Like, I don't know. I couldn't... Well, actually, could you
I feel
imagine...
like this guy could be an amazing antagonist. That's one of my final thoughts. I feel like he'd be an amazing antagonist in whatever they decide to put him in. If they could get him back and offer him so much money, they'd be willing to.
Here's another thing, though. This is back to my point of, like, he is a Joker, but he's not the Joker. Look, my personal thought, we have yet to see a comic-accurate Batman and Joker and Spider-Man and a couple of other characters. I feel like those characters are the ones that truly haven't been justice. Like, no matter what, there's one thing that's going to be different.
You could say this one.
Of the core elements.
This one needs to get acid in his face. That's...
Yeah, no, but besides that, well, like, look, because the other thing is, could you imagine him being like a mastermind?
Yeah.
He comes off
Absolutely.
He comes off as smart to you?
Yeah. He's crazy, but he can definitely do it. Once he embraces his side and stops taking his meds, I think he could. I think he could grow into that.
He never displayed any, like, you know, hints of having like being super intelligent, you know, which is one of, like, the things he...
I know, but he's also known for being crazy. I feel...
Okay, see, but also... See,
okay.
You see what I mean?
No, I know. I feel like he could be that. If the story demanded it, he could be that.
This late into his 40s, all of a sudden gains an IQ?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Once he stops taking meds, you never know.
Okay.
So, do we want to get into spoilers now?
Yeah.
Okay. Spoilers.
This is going to be super long.
Maybe.
If you haven't seen the movie, this is where the point where, you know, you can leave and come back, bookmark it, you know, save it, like it, download it.
One scene that really bothered me and threw me off and was like, well, I could kind of see why people would think this movie's like sexist or incel-y, is the part where the Joker shows up at that girl's place and they start making out at the door frame and the door closes.
Oh, yeah.
That was the part I was talking about earlier.
Okay. No.
And then when it's revealed later, like, oh shit, he imagined all of that.
Yeah. Okay, so...
It made so much more sense.
This was my... Wait, so what does that mean that actually happened? Because remember, in the movie, he has flashbacks. It turns out he was alone that whole time.
He probably just wasn't...
He just fucking went in and...
No,
he's grabbing the air.
That part was probably imaginary.
No, but like... So what I was referring to with that was that, like, I was like, I cannot buy these two as a couple.
And also, I didn't realize that as... the Robert De Niro part where he's on the show and he talks to him and gives him a hug. I didn't realize that was an imagination until
it's funny.
The twist later on.
I didn't either. But it was actually my dad that told me. Yeah, really. He was like,
well, it gets revealed more later.
Yeah, no, but like as far as
that he imagined everything.
What I couldn't buy was that they were dating. Because they never even showed.
They don't have much romance or anything.
Yeah, they didn't never show them having a conversation. So that was a big complaint for me. But then when I found when it's revealed he was imagining everything, that's when I was like, oh.
There's all these parts like looking back, she like calls him funny and like everything he needs to hear. Like,
yeah, and also, just in general, like that kind of goes with, you know, she didn't have much to do. But again, like once it's revealed that she was imagined all along. Like,
and they interacted very little. She didn't really know his name even. And he just shows up in her apartment. Yeah. And they leave it open of whether or not he killed her.
Oh, shit. Yeah, you're right.
Because it just shows him walking back to his apartment. And that's it.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. They don't explicitly say if they killed her and or her daughter.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, fuck.
And then you hear sirens after, but they go... It's kind of left open whether it was him or not.
Yeah, no, okay, so here's the other big thing. The revelation at first.
That he's fucking crazy?
No, that he's Batman's brother.
Oh, I was like,
I'm not gonna lie, I was okay with that.
I mean, like, I was kind of okay with it. It kind of brings the Waynes kind of like down to like the gritty level where it's like, oh yeah, Thomas Wayne's a piece of shit.
Yeah, yeah. No, I mean, this is actually, that's one thing I forgot to mention in the main review. I think this is the first portrayal of like Thomas Wayne just being a piece of shit.
Well, as a person, he's not really a piece of shit in this movie. He's just kind of like a politician, like.
Well, I mean, he's kind of slimy,
a celebrity.
You know? Yeah, I mean, he's kind of, bro. He calls them clowns. He literally calls poor people clowns. He's like, yeah, all you out there starving and shit. That ain't my fucking problem. And like, but no, surprisingly, I was okay with it. I was like,
and then his mom is crazy, and then there's all the revelations of like, oh yeah, he was actually
adopted.
Oh god, that whole part where he shows up at the Wayne Manor and he talks to Bruce Wayne. Yeah, he just fucking shoves his fingers in his mouth. Yeah, it's like really which they should not have put that part in the trailer at all.
Yeah, no. There's a lot of stuff. I didn't want to watch the trailers, and I'm kind of glad I didn't watch anything really. It's
a pretty straightforward movie. Yeah. Like. Now, I can look at any scene in the trailer and be like, okay, this is when it happened. Because it's all pretty, back to back. Stuff happening. Mm-hmm. So maybe it would be a little harder to keep everything vague and just show certain parts. Right. But they could have done it.
No, they didn't have to show, like, everything.
They could have kept it really vague. Yeah, but... I love that the violence was really gritty. No, I don't know what topic we're on, but like... man. Like when he shoots Murray... Oh, yeah, no, okay. That part was just like...
Man, so, like, with that... I remember
it's skipping around a lot. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but. No, I mean, when we were in the middle of it, I remember I thought like I remembered. I mean, this might be a deep cut for some of y'all, but like if you've watched The Dark Knight Returns or read the comic, you know what happens. Like when the Joker's in that. Basically, he's on a talk show host, and actually, he's on a talk show with a doctor with this so-called therapist that thinks he's cured him, and the therapist brings him onto the talk show, pretty much be like, "Hey, Joker's gonna apologize to everybody." Surprise, surprise, he fucking kills everybody there. Yep. And so I realized like, oh shit, this is a talk show. He's sitting down. He got made fun of. He's going to fucking kill him on live TV.
Well, that's the thing is, because up until then you think he's going to kill himself. Yeah. And he even plans to.
Yeah. No, I thought,
thinking back is like, well, he's watching him on stage and Murray's making fun of him. He's like, you can kind of see him like he's fucking really, like the grim look on his face is like, that's probably like when he's like, yeah, I'm just going to fucking kill him instead. Yeah.
No, also, another thing, just jump around again. I was a really big fan of that condition they gave him.
Oh, yeah.
That honestly...
And then you realize, like, it's not really a condition.
Wait.
But...
Okay, so it's not?
Well, it's like who he really is, and it's like a question of does he really have the condition? Because apparently that's a real condition. Like... Well... And like the way he's acting, like where he's like kind of choking up and stuff, that's a real condition.
No, yeah, that's why I thought like, holy shit, that's fucking perfect.
No, yeah.
I was like, that is absolutely perfect.
But then the thing you kind of bring up is like, was he just laughing because he has a really twisted sense of humor? Because like, there's also points where he's like laughing at bad jokes and he's like doesn't really understand how people laugh. Like whenever there's the comedy show that he's watching, he's like laughing at the wrong times. No,
but those laughs are different than the ones where he's not like where you can tell when he's uncomfortable, and I think you could tell also when it's like he's just laughing, because usually the one where he's choking and ends up with him just and but that condition, I thought it's one of those things, one of those subtle changes you can make to a character that like that's absolutely perfect. Yeah. And it like, as far as like, I guess what you consider like, it's his destiny to become the Joker, if you want to play it from that angle, but still it's one of those things that like, holy shit, that is perfect. Once he showed that card and it was revealed, that's why he's always laughing. I was like, that
was pretty smart. I was like, fuck. I never thought about that.
Yeah. I was like, fuck, that's perfect.
But also like whenever he becomes the Joker, he's like,
he's just, laughing stuff.
He's embraced it. Like that's just his style of comedy, more or less.
I think, maybe one of the only complaints I'd have is that the bad shit that happens to him, like it's almost like come on now, like. But then I thought about it, I'm like, I know some people that have probably had just days like that, where like or not days even, but just their life, because this dude's life.
They did use the one bad day concept. I was like, I really enjoyed that.
Me too.
They mentioned that.
Yeah, because he just said I just had a really bad day, something like that. And I'm just like, shit, bro, man. here's the thing though. Do you think justifies, or actually, what were you going to talk about whenever you said you think there's a scene in this movie that kind of kills any like thoughts of, this is supporting incels and all this stuff?
Oh, it's whenever he sees like all the clips and stuff, and all the people are like, "This is to fuck with the rich," and like all that kind of stuff, and like they just misinterpret his message. And he's like, "I didn't think about it. I just did it." Like basically saying like, "I'm fucking crazy. There's no point to any of this. The point is literally just chaos." Yeah. But everyone's misinterpreting that. And at the very end, he like basically has a cult of people who are like worshiping him, but like in the most base way, they don't understand him, but they worship him regardless because they think he stands for something. Yeah. So in a way, you could kind of interpret that as like the followers are fucking idiots because they don't really understand what they're doing, and they just take whatever message they want to from something, which is kind of what the director said about if somebody decided to be violent, because this movie, it's like violent people are going to decide to do violent things regardless of what they see, and they're going to pull it from whatever they want to justify it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So I thought that was kind of a sort of making fun of people like that, where it's just like following a message without really understanding. Like the leader he just did it because he's fucking crazy, or he did it because his people are pieces of shit and he was defending himself, and that was his way of handling it, is to fucking shoot him on the subway. Which again, pretty fucking violent. Yeah. You don't really expect it, and when they show it, the first shot's a fucking surprise.
No, man, when he fucking kills the clown friend or whatever, the tall one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he fucking.
Do you remember the part with the guy afterwards?
Also, no. Look, here's the thing. I was wondering like, how is that gonna go with?
Which is a great fucking feeling.
No, because so like it's you get a brutal ass murder and then a comedic scene. Well, sort of comedic.
Well, the thing is, like, it's also tense because you don't know, like, okay, so basically there's a little person who's with the clown. They bring him a bottle of booze to like make him feel better, and he stabs the big guy because he basically fucked him over and got him fired. Yeah. So it's just him and blood, and then the little person's like just scared. It's like, what the fuck?
Honestly, no, I'm so happy with how that turned out.
And the guy was just like, and fucking the Joker is just like, hey man, you can go. You're cool.
Yeah, no, he tells him like, hey, thanks for being nice to me or something like that.
And I remember the door was locked. I was like, so is he just gonna like let him go to the door, realize it's locked, and then fucking kill him?
Yeah,
he's like, hey man, can you get the lock? And he's like, of course, yeah. Sorry about that.
When he started walking towards him after he realized the door was locked, I was like, oh no.
No, I realized he was just gonna unlock the door. I was like, which is kind of more fucked up. It's funny.
I was like, no, please don't kill him. Please don't kill this man. But
it's almost funnier and more Joker-like in that he didn't kill him too. He's just like, yeah, man, you can go. You're cool. Yeah.
Although comedy-wise, I guess that's probably the only really like funny part.
It's like such a dark.
Yeah, no, it's
purposely dark joke. It's
that's dark.
The guy's locked in a room with a serial killer.
Like after he bashed his fucking head like so many times. That's pretty gas though.
Also, Arkham Asylum's not Arkham Asylum in this. It's Arkham State Hospital, which he goes to a few times.
Yeah. It might change.
I wonder if the implication is that they changed to Arkham Asylum later.
Oh, we didn't even get to talk about the other thing. We get to see old fucking Bruce's parents dying again for like the 15th time.
It's probably the best interpretation.
It was, although I can't lie. I think that was probably
it's a universe-specific way, with the way that it's like the chaos builds, and it's like during a riot that it happens.
As far as how it's shot, too, like I think it's pretty perfect, honestly. Because before that, I think the best one was also, as much as I hate this movie, Batman v Superman. I think the way they shot it, like in slow mo. Well, I mean, it was a little too slow, But besides that, I think that was the best one. But then
I told you they were going to do the Batman. The parents getting shot. I told you they were going to do it.
But also, here's the thing: why? Like, do you think they're setting up for something? Why else would they?
I think it's just because they're tying them together, and I think it's like this is what caused it.
Yeah,
and also there's the part at the end which is the darker the more you think about it, where he's talking to the therapist and he's just like laughing maniacally. She's like, "What's so funny?" He's like, "Oh, I thought of a joke." And then it flashes Bruce Wayne standing over his parents' dead body. Yeah, and she's like, "What's the joke?" And he's like, "You wouldn't get it."
See, I mean,
so he's thinking about the fact that
he got
Bruce because. That scene takes place after he got arrested.
Yeah, I know that. I guess someone told him like, "Hey man, I killed him."
Well, no, he probably heard that they died, and it's just like he finds that funny, and it's like fucking super dark, and it kind of ties them together, sort of. I don't think it would ever come back per se, but it's that's something that's going to happen in the world. It's Gotham. Bruce Wayne's parents are going to die. So if all the ways for it to happen in this universe, I think it's a perfect explanation.
No, honestly,
it's
great. No, it was. And I think, honestly, I do think it's the best it's ever been done. Because
it doesn't present them as like saints. So like whenever he dies in the movie, it's just like...
Well, not just that. I mean, I guess just... I was just a big fan of the way it was filmed. Like, just the way it kind of... Because it was so...
I liked watching his fucking parents die, man.
It was quick and... It was quick.
It's just as gritty and realistic as the other things. The guy steals the pearls for no reason.
Yeah. I was just like, that's kind of cool, I guess. But actually,
it was pretty neat.
Why would he steal the pearls?
I think that's mostly just one, be comic accurate, and also just to like be like, hey, the rich fucking either just I couldn't. Just the thing is, they always get pulled off, but it's like, isn't that it isn't worthless now that you ripped it? I don't.
Yeah, honestly,
that's the thing is that the pearl necklace always breaks.
There's a reason they're not rich. Let me tell you that, because they're not smart. Am I right? Also, I like the message of this film, which is pretty much poor people do better. Just stop being poor.
Oh no! I thought you were actually going somewhere with that for a second.
And the rich are the elite.
Yeah,
that's pretty much it.
Stop.
Look, basically, we live in a society. Oh, he says it too.
He doesn't say we live in a society.
Okay, no, but he says society.
But he does say this is what happens when you have a society that pushes out loners or something like that.
Yeah.
And he's like, basically tells a joke right before he shoots Murray and it goes fucking, like, goes ballistic.
Bro, that was so good. Holy shit.
That's the only, like, incel-y part is, like, when he has a speech, like, what happens when you get a loner?
Yeah.
Cross with a whatever, and he's like, exactly what you fucking deserve, and he just fucking shoots him.
It was crossing the line to, like, incel-y, I think.
A little bit, where it's just like, society burned me, man.
Yeah, like, I'm glad I didn't get to a point where it's like, these girls don't want me.
But also it shows... It's specific to his scenario. Also, he's mentally unstable.
Already.
And he lost his mom, who also abused him, and he forgot about it because he basically PTSD, has mental illness, possibly because of that. And also, like, his medicine got cut off, his therapy got cut off.
It was the mom, and it was the dad that beat him.
She
let him.
She tied him to a radiator multiple times. No, apparently she did it. Well, because she's like, he was found tied to a radiator, and she's like, I never heard him cry. This shit, like, it's implied that she was also part of that.
No, okay. Fuck, man, this poor guy.
There's a lot. I feel like there's so much to unpack in this movie.
No, I don't know. I think we actually might have covered it all.
We covered a lot, but it's just like, I'm sure there's so many nuances that we probably missed.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm watching it again this Saturday.
Oh, well, there you go.
It's like...
Also,
I'm watching
it's only like 2 hours long. So it's like... They didn't drag this shit out for like 3 hours.
I mean, I did feel the first hour drag a little bit.
I feel like everything that... I can see why it could be perceived a little long, but also the story cannot be... It wouldn't feel as right if it was just an hour and a half. It wouldn't feel the descent.
It's what it needed to be. I think so. Also, just that transformation, I guess the final transformation, like when he finally turns into like he's starting to embrace the Joker, puts on the makeup and stuff.
Oh, and then at the very end where he puts the fucking blood into his smile.
Oh, yeah.
That was good. It's a good movie. It's a good movie. It's a very good movie. Repeating myself. But it doesn't have like that extra like, I don't know.
It doesn't?
I don't know if it has that punch that would maybe say, hey, this is a perfect movie.
Okay. No, yeah.
Because maybe some pacing could have been fixed. There could have been more parts added. Yeah. I don't know what the secret formula is, but I don't know this movie like...
A lot of people have been saying this is 10 out of 10. I don't think it's a 10 out of 10. I think it's pretty close up there. It's definitely a top tier.
No, it's a great movie. It's definitely one of the best movies DC has put out in a long time.
Yeah.
This was supposed to be like their first run of DC Black or whatever they're going to end up calling it, where it's like the dark standalone movies.
Yeah.
Which will be really funny if the first one they're like, shit, fucking Joker's so popular, we got to put him in the next one, which totally ruins the idea of standalone.
They will. They probably.
Apparently, it's already made millions.
Like, I mean, a lot of people were sad.
I'm very interested in seeing how it goes. I feel like there's going to be a score of like parents and people who are just like, Batman wasn't it, or there's not enough action.
It's
like when you have a movie about a villain or an antagonist without a standard protagonist, because he is the protagonist of the movie. There's no antagonist besides like society.
Yeah, and the rich are...
There's not going to be an action-packed thrill ride along the way.
Right. No, man, because it's what you said.
I think they do a decent job of saying, hey, that's not what this is.
Yeah, it's a character study, like you said.
But also, like, audiences are stupid.
No, well, that too. Well, look, here's the thing. This isn't like a popcorn flick. You know what I mean? Like, this isn't something that the average like moviegoer goes to just turn your brain off and enjoy.
You're not going here to be happy. You're going to be kind of depressed.
No, man, no. Shit. When I left, I was like, fuck, man, fuck.
We really do live in a society.
That's exactly what I said. I was like, you know what? Honestly, they're right. If I was dead on the street, would anybody notice me?
On and go. Oh, that's fucked up. I can't say. Oh my god! But yeah, do you want to give your rating first?
We should be giving our ratings like in the middle.
Maybe.
Yeah, because what if you just listen for the actual review and don't stick around?
Because I don't want the point to be, hey, here's my number. You can click off the review now. Because that's what an article does. They put the number at the very top. I want you to have to work for that number. Because the number is just like...
haven't seen the movie,
the number is just like... My main point is the discussion. That's how I want to talk about how I feel about a movie.
But what if... Well, I'm saying in between spoilers and this.
We could do that.
Because then what if, like,
Because sometimes it takes me talking to you to figure out my final score.
That's true.
That too.
Well, I'm just saying, like, imagine you're like, hey, should I see this movie? Oh, I'm going to check out these guys' reviews. And then it's like, oh, we're going to spoilers. It's like, oh, wait, but should I watch it? Or like,
I could see that. Okay.
But basically, 0 out of 10. I think
I'm going to give it a 9.
Yeah, I'm there. I'm
9.
I'm exactly there.
It's fucking fantastic. But it doesn't have, like, the extra...
I just appreciate, like, because it's here's the thing about it. Look, in terms of, I guess just in general, like, is it good? Like, it's a perfectly well-made film. Honestly, I think it's great. If someone were to say this is like a 10 out of 10, I wouldn't blame them. Yeah.
No, I wouldn't disagree with that. Yeah. I also would think The Dark Knight is a 9, personally. It's been a while since I've seen it. Just a little bit.
Okay, I don't know about that one.
I still think it's a 9. So, like, it's at the... It's at whatever my equivalent is for The Dark Knight. So, like...
Nah, you got me fucked up there. That's wrong. That's just factually wrong. Okay, that's not an opinion.
We'll review it eventually. That's all right. But my rating's a 9. Eric's also a 9.
9. Yeah.
Almost there. Great fucking job from Todd Phillips, who has some stupid cancel culture, anti-cancel culture, anti-SJW views on comedy. He went from directing comedy to directing this, which is like he went from directing the fucking Hangover movies to making one of the DC's best movies in 10 years, you could say.
Yeah. What I like about this all in all, it's fresh, it's new. It's like radar.
It's like different.
Like, it's very
It's not
different.
a superhero movie.
Like, it's not filmed as a superhero movie. Like, honestly, if you didn't know anything about Batman, you would just think like, oh, damn, this guy's just...
It's just a character piece.
Like,
it's an artsy character piece.
It works well if you don't... Like, if you weren't a comic fan and saw this movie, this isn't a comic book movie, really. It's like
apparently it won at a film festival, which means like people who don't care about superheroes thought it was the best movie at a film festival, which says something. It transcends the doldrum of superhero movies.
I'm gonna go as him for Halloween.
All right, do it. What's so funny about it?
It's gonna be my Joker impersonation.
I can't wait for him to get damage written on his forehead. What if
I'm gonna get Mexican on my forehead?
What?
Mexican on my forehead.
I was gonna say, what if this Joaquin Phoenix Joker's canon and he's the prequel to the Jared Leto Joker? And they just said, "Fuck you."
Okay. Right. No, this is his dad, bro.
No, I just want this to be he ages into Jared Leto. It just fucking reverses.
He gets younger. The Curious Case of Benjamin Joker.
Yeah.
Curious Case of... What's his name?
Arthur Fleck?
Yeah. I was going to say Todd Phillips.
Which, like, it's not even really his name, and his, like, birth certificate is unknown, which is always, like, Joker's, like, canon name.
Also, yeah, forgot about that. That's perfect, too. That's another...
Which even says, I always hated that name. So his name is the Joker.
Yeah.
Like, by the end of the movie, he is Joker. It's good. It's a good movie. Anything else?
No, that's about it.
Damn. Just gonna play the cringe clip right now.
And you're gonna play at the beginning and then play in the end. Well, this has been another episode of Real Good Stuff. Tune in next week for
next week?
I don't know what
committing to do. You committing to next week?
Oh, look.
What are we doing? I don't think I'm coming next week.
We're gonna do the Raimi trilogy.
Fuck that. I don't have that.
Oh wow.
I don't have that. Where am I gonna find that? Is that on Netflix? No. I'm pretty sure the only one on streaming services right now is like Spider-Man 2.
No.
We'll find out something. We'll talk about something. We'll see.
And don't forget to thank our sponsor, Squarespace. Check out
that's not real.
Squarespace and use our discount code
Society.
Real.
We don't have a Squarespace sponsorship.
And remember to sign up for our Patreon. Any change?
We don't have that either.
What I like to say is whatever would fall out of your pocket that you don't notice, donate that. You know.
If we had a Patreon, that'd be really good.
Thank you so much, guys. Peace, love, take care.
Follow us on social media. This is in the description. That's an actual shout out.
I'm good.
All right.
All right, everybody take care. I'm leaving.
Bye.
Bye.